Hi everybody. Today I'm going to make some rigatoni alla matriciana. Amatriciana is a very simple sauce. It's made with guanciale, tomatoes, pecorino. That's it, three ingredients. So there's a whole controversy about it. Italians love controversy. I first thought, when I first heard about Amatriciana, I first thought it was from Abruzzo, because there's a little town called Amatrice where it originates. And I thought that was in Abruzzo. Turns out it's in Lazio, so it's considered Roman, but actually the border was moved at a certain point. It used to be in Abruzzo. So let's just say it belongs to both of them. It's something that I think is eaten in Abruzzo. It's definitely something that's eaten in Rome. And if you can get guanciale, you can make it at home. So it's really good, very simple. I'm making it because I have a little piece of guanciale left over from when I made carbonara. And I don't feel like more carbonara because the carbonara feels kind of heavy for me. So, and then, this is something different. All right, so let's get cooking. It's really simple. It'll come together in just a few minutes. Okay, this is what we are working with. So I have this little piece of guanciale. There's a half of the piece that I bought. A can of whole peeled tomatoes, mutti. So it's a small can because I don't have a lot of pasta. So I have about a third of a pound of rigatoni. So I might have more sauce than pasta, but let's see what happens. And then some pecorino, some locatelli. All right, so first thing we want to do is trim the guanciale. So take off the outer layer here. I don't think this knife is the best knife. Let me change. All right. Okay, next I'm just going to cut it into pieces. Okay, that's it. So I'm going to fry this on a low heat, medium heat, just to render the fat. You don't want to burn it. We're just going to try to get it nice and crispy without burning it. It does produce a lot of smoke for some reason. I'm not sure why. And then once it's done, add the tomatoes, let them cook down for a little bit. By then my pasta water should be boiling, and then it'll take me 10 minutes to cook the pasta. Okay, my guanciale it didn't take very long. It has cooked down nicely, released a lot of fat. You can see how much it's smoking, and it's just on a medium heat, so it's not too hot. And I think that's probably about as far down as I want to cook it. So I'm going to scoop this out. It's a lot of oil, so I don't think I want all of that oil. So I'm going to drain some of it. If I want, I can always add more back in. The guanciale is cured, so you can see that there's some black pepper in there, also some spices. So you don't really need to add anything to it. This, from what I understand, this is something that the shepherds made while they were on their migration, taking the sheep from the mountains down to the coast. So they carried with them some guanciale, some preserved pork, a hunk of cheese, and some pasta. When I made the little meatballs, I mentioned that we went to see our cousin Rita, and she used this potato masher thing to make her meatballs. This is what I was talking about. So we bought these in Italy in the supermarket and tried using this as a shortcut to make mini meatballs, but it didn't quite work out. All right, so that's it. The sauce is done. It smells great. Just gonna let that cook down and start my water. By the time the water comes to a boil and my pasta is cooked, my sauce will be ready. How easy is that? So much flavor in here just from that little bit of guanciale. All right, I'll see you in a little bit. All right. So in the time that it took for my water to come to a boil and for my pasta to cook, the sauce has really cooked down. So my pasta is ready to go in. And I'm going to add some pasta water to just help with the sauce. All right, and then a little bit of pasta water. And let's see what we got here. I don't want that to burn. Looks good. All right, I'm just going to turn it up a little bit. I want this to thicken up slightly. I'm going to add some pecorino. All right, looks great. Okay, I think that looks good. Let's give it a taste. Perfect. Pasta is perfectly al dente. The sauce is very light, full of flavor. And then we're going to top it off with our little crispy bits of guanciale. And there we have it, rigatoni Amatriciana. Let's go to the table and try it. Okay, here it is, rigatoni Amatriciana. Simple. This is making the most out of the least, which is really what I think of a lot of Italian food is making the most out of the least. You know, I watch cooking videos. People are using like 15 jars of spices and whatever. You know, you don't need that many ingredients. All you need just a few simple, good ingredients. I added a little bit of salt to my pasta water, but there's the flavoring from the guanciale. The tomatoes are really good. The pasta's great. Mm. Those little bits of guanciale, just phenomenal. All right, so maybe this is a new one for you. You haven't heard of Amatriciana before. My brother used to make something, he think probably still does, that he called Amatriciana. It's like 2 onions, whole tomatoes, and I think pancetta was in Amatriciana. I don't know where he got it from. It was really good. But listen to that crunch of that guanciale. This is the real thing. This is peasant food at its best. People who were working the land, didn't have much, just took a few simple ingredients and put them together to make perfection. All right. Okay, I don't think you want to watch me eat. So that's all for this video. Try it. If you're ever in an Italian restaurant, you see it on the menu, try it out. See if you like it. Okay, so see you next time. I'm going to be on the road, so stay tuned for Appa's Kitchen on the road. Who knows what's going to happen. I'm hoping to find some different ingredients that I can play around with and also take you around to some of the places that I'm eating at. And might even have some special guests. All right, see you next time. Bye.